Hey guys, welcome back. So as a lot of you will know, I work with Fragrance Direct quite regularly. If you guys didn't know, I basically create videos for them around about 4 times a month, and every month I get to pick out a bunch of makeup and fragrance products and things like that. Again, if you don't know, Fragrance Direct basically do discounted fragrances and makeup and beauty products and loads of different things like that. So today I'm going to be showing you all the things that I picked up last month and doing different swatches and stuff like that. So if you'd like to see the things that I picked up, please keep watching. So as you can see, I have quite a big box, and inside I actually have 5 brand new fragrances. Let me know if you guys do want like a fragrance perfume collection video or something like that, because I have a lot, and some of the ones that I have been sent this time around are like variations of my favorites. So the first one is the Flower by Kenzo perfume, but this is the Eau de Lumiere. Honestly, you guys, this smells so good. I've been wanting to get this for such a long time. It doesn't really smell too much different to the original, to be fair. It's kind of a little bit more fresh. But you know, us YouTubers are never good at describing fragrances, but if you've smelt this, then you'll know exactly what I'm talking about, and the fact that it's quite like a powdery floral scent. It's definitely not like a deep, dark, seductive scent or anything like that. It's just something that I would probably wear every single day. I honestly love this so much. So this is the 30ml, and this is a little bit cheaper to buy on the Fragrance Direct website. Next up we have the Luna fragrance. This one is by Nina Ricci, and this one, is this in 50ml? Yeah, so I got the 50ml size of this one. Not gonna lie to you guys, I mostly picked this up because of the packaging. It is a new launch. I believe all of these are new releases, but I loved the packaging of this. It's a little bit different than what I normally go for. It's a little bit more sweet, but it's still got like a nice sort of floral edge to it. But I feel like this would be a really good gift for someone if it's their birthday or something like that. Next up is another fragrance. This is the Narciso Rodriguez Fleur Musk. And this smells pretty much as you would imagine, like a musky, florally scent. Again, I'm not going to try and describe all of these scents. I have done a video on the scents. If you do want to check that out, then it is on the Fragrance Direct YouTube channel. But this smells, basically if you like floral scents and if you like Narciso Rodriguez scents, this is a really nice one. It's kind of got like a bit of a smoky feeling to it. I also have Chloe Love Story, another fragrance that I have loved for a really long time, only this one is the Eau Sensuelle. So I think this one smells a little bit sharper than the other one. I'm just trying to sort out the packaging here. I'm literally gonna have like the most randomly smelling arm ever. Yeah, so this one is a little bit more sharp. I think it has, I'm not going to try and pretend that I know what the notes are off by heart, but it's more of like a sharp scent compared to all the other Chloe ones that are normally quite floral. But yeah, this is really nice as well. Last but not least for the fragrances is another absolute favourite of mine. This is the Black Opium, but this is their new Floral Shock. I've seen so many people talk about this, and again, I'm going to spray it on this arm because I don't have anything on that one. Again, it doesn't smell too much different to the original Black Opium, but I find this one's a little bit sweeter, a little bit lighter. So yeah, I'm really happy to have that one as well. Next, I have a bunch of products from a new brand that I'm not overly familiar with, but Fragrance Direct have just started stocking them, and it's called Glow and Ray. So the packaging is just quite sleek, and I have this blush, which is really nice. I have tried all of these products. They're actually really good. There's a few standout products in this definitely, but this is Evening Glow. And it looks a lot like the NARS Orgasm, which is why I like it so much. But yeah, this is really nice. I also have a lipstick. This is the Coral Whisper, and this is a creamy matte. It's kind of like more of a satin finish, I think, but it's quite a nice shade for summer. Really pigmented as well. I also have a brow pencil from them. This is called the Perfect Arch Sculpting Brow Pencil. I don't know what shade I have mine in. I think it was like medium brown or ash brown or something, but it has a spoolie on one side, and then on the other end it kind of has the sort of nib like the, whatever is it called, the, not the Anastasia Brow Wiz, but the other one, the one that's a little bit thicker, almost like a marker tip. So it has one of those, and this is really nice as well. It's not too pigmented, so it's not going to give you blocky brows or anything, but it's quite waxy and really nice to apply. We also have this foundation. This is called their Nebulae foundation, and I have mine in the shade B01. I don't know how many shades they have. They don't have too many on the Fragrance Direct website, but if you are kind of my sort of skin colour, then it could work for you. But as you may be able to see there, it's a pretty good colour match for me, and the foundation is really nice and glowy. I did only have it on for about half an hour because I did wash it off afterwards, but it felt really nice on my skin. I'm going to try it again and see what the longevity is like with that one. I then have a mascara from them. I really like the packaging on this. It's kind of like twisted. It reminds me a lot of Hourglass packaging. This is just the Air Extreme Volume Mascara. Just has a pretty standard one there, but this is okay. It wasn't anything like to write home about or anything like that, but it was a nice mascara. And this is probably what was my favourite out of everything, purely because I think it's a pretty good dupe for the Kat Von D Trooper liner, so I'll just pop that there for you. This actually has the same kind of brush tip as the Kat Von D. A lot of other dupes tend to have more of a felt tip, but I do think I actually have the Kat Von D somewhere around here. Yeah, so the nibs are basically identical. I just need to compare the formulation next to one another. Kat Von D is on this side. It's slightly more black, but there really isn't much in it at all. So if you guys can get hold of the Kat Von D tattoo liner, then this is a really good dupe as well. Next up, I have some kind of fake tan goodies because I did one tantouring, like contouring with tan video, and I also did like a fake tanning tips and tricks. So the first thing that I have was for the tantouring video, and it's just a little tiny one of the, I actually forget what they're called, the little oval brushes. This one was from W7, it's just a little mini concealer brush, and I think this is really good for contouring, just like applying your contour. This worked really well, and it was super cheap as well, a lot cheaper than all the other ones on the market. I think it was around about like £2 or something. So if you are in the market for these kind of brushes, they do loads of different sizes as well, then I'll leave links to those down below as well. Next up is a product that I must have been using for years now, like even before my YouTube channel started, and it is the Saint Tropez bronzing lotion for the face, and it is exactly what it says in the tin. It has a pump. I just use this as like my everyday face self tanner. I don't tend to use it every day, probably every other day, and it does just give you a bit more of like a sun-kissed glow. As far as I know, they do have a new formulation, so this doesn't actually clog pores or anything like that. It didn't clog my pores to begin with, but it's good to know, just in case you did find that before. But I'd probably say this is like my favourite facial self-tanner. Obviously, it is a little bit more up there in price, but a bottle this size, it will literally last me like a good year or so it's definitely worth the investment. I then have something that you can see that I have used, and I really like this. I forget what it was called, but it's one of the Real Technique sponges. I'll leave a link to it down below. But I use this again for doing that tantouring video. This has literally every single shape you could possibly need for doing your entire face, basically, because I found that this one was really good for going under your eyes, and then you had something a little bit more flat so you could really press in powder. You obviously have the more larger curved side, so you can bounce that on your cheekbones. Really good. So yeah, I like that a lot. I then have some fake tanning products. I did have a mitt somewhere around here from Naked Skin. I think my cat is sleeping on it, so I'll leave him to it, but I will also leave a link to that down below. But I also have this, which is an exfoliator that I've used, and it is really, really nice. You use it just in the shower, and it's by Velvetan. I forget what it's called. It's like the body polishing sponge or something, but this is really, really nice. It's like a nice sort of gentle exfoliation, so if you do find that your tan does tend to stick to, I don't know, like your knees, your elbows, whatever, this really did help with me. And then if you guys saw my own fake tanning video, you'll know that I love putting moisturizer like on my elbows and knees. So I picked up a body butter, and this smells insane. It is the I Love Cherry Almond Sparkle. There isn't actually any shimmer in this, which is what I was worried about originally, but it's cherry and almond scented. So if you like the smell of like Disaronno and things like that, oh, it's just so, so good. I absolutely love this. Super cheap as well. Next up, we have an actual tan. This is the St. Moritz Advanced Pro Formula 5-in-1 Tanning Mousse in the shade Medium. I didn't actually know this, but they've recently come out with a pro range, which is this one here. So it's like a quid or two more, but it's so good. I used to use this brand like back in the day, before I knew anything about fake tanning. I would apply it really badly, but it was actually a really good tan, especially for the price. I've had a few people ask me what's like a good budget tan, because obviously Loving Tan and things like that, they are up there in price, they're amazing, but if you can't afford it, then something like this is honestly, it's not that much different. I'd say Loving Tan does go darker, which is what I personally prefer, but for something in the summer when I do have more of a natural tan, this is awesome because it's kind of more of like an olivey tone. So yeah, this is really good, definitely recommend that. In my tanning video, I also did a little mention about highlighting to make your tan look even better. So I picked up the Technic Strobe Effects Cream. I'm just going to apply a little bit to the back of my hand. This one is in the shade Catching Rays. I believe they had 2 on the Fragrance Direct website. And it's just this nice, natural strobing cream. It's not like crazy ass highlight, but it does just give you a really nice sheen on the body. So yeah, I'm definitely going to be using that when I go on holiday. And then last but not least, it's probably my favourite discovery, and that is the Sally Hansen Airbrush Legs. I know this isn't new to a lot of you, but Little bit of backstory, I went to a salon a few months back and this girl had the most amazing legs, and I was like, how do your legs look so perfect? How is there like no scars on them or ingrown hairs or anything like that? And she said, mate, there are, I just hide it with this stuff. And she said to go for the lotion as opposed to the spray. So the spray is good, but the lotion is a whole lot better. And I tried this for the first time the other day and I was like, how did I not even know about this before? I'm just gonna get a little bit to show you guys, pull up my sleeve and try not to get any on my shirt. But for example there, you can see some old swatches. If I just massage that in, first of all it gives you a really nice sort of glow. This is probably a mistake wearing a white top doing that. But can you see, it kind of evens out and makes everything look a whole lot more perfect. So I was really, really impressed with that. I think as soon as the sun comes out a little bit more and as soon as my legs come out, I'm going to be wearing this religiously. Okay guys, so that is everything that I picked up from Fragrance Direct this month. Let me know if you've tried any of the products that I have featured today and what your thoughts are. As always, I will leave links to everything in the description box down below alongside the Fragrance Direct YouTube channel, so feel free to head on over there if you do want to see more of me. If you did enjoy this video, please do give it a big thumbs up and subscribe if you do want to see more. I post every other day. But apart from that, that's it from me. I love you guys and I will see you in the next one. Bye!